Welcome to our video on the 8 worst foods for arthritis. In this video, we aim to educate you about the foods that can exacerbate arthritis symptoms and help you make better dietary choices for managing your arthritis pain. Arthritis is a painful condition affecting millions of people worldwide. It causes joint inflammation, stiffness, and chronic pain, making everyday tasks difficult and sometimes unbearable. Sufferers often experience sleep disturbances due to discomfort from their joints, leading to fatigue and a decrease in overall quality of life. The constant nagging pain can also lead to feelings of frustration or depression as it interferes with work, hobbies, or social activities. The development of arthritis occurs when there is an imbalance between the breakdown and repair processes within our joints. This leads to cartilage wearing away over time, causing bones to rub against each other without any cushioning support, ultimately resulting in inflammation and severe pain. While some factors contributing towards developing arthritis are genetic or age-related, diet plays a significant role too. Many people may not realize how much their food choices can impact the severity of their arthritis symptoms. Certain foods have been found to increase inflammation levels in the body, which then worsens arthritic conditions like osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis. By identifying these inflammatory culprits lurking in your pantry or fridge, you have more control over managing your condition effectively through conscious dietary decisions. Before we start our countdown, don't forget to click the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel to help us reach more people. And ring the notification bell so you can be the first to know when our latest video comes out. Now, let's start our countdown of the 8 worst foods for arthritis, starting with number 8, sugar. Let's kick this off with a bitter truth. Sugar. I know. We all have a sweet tooth, but the science is clear. Consuming too much sugar can be a real pain in the, joints. Research has shown that sugar is a major culprit when it comes to inflammation. Just like a culinary masterpiece gone awry, sugar sets off a chain reaction in the body, leading to inflammation that can exacerbate arthritis symptoms. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that consuming high amounts of sugar-sweetened beverages can increase the risk of developing rheumatoid arthritis in women. I don't know about you, but that's a pretty compelling reason to skip the soda fountain and go for some good old H2O instead. And as if joint pain wasn't bad enough, sugar can also contribute to weight gain. Remember those vintage scales at the doctor's office? Well, imagine putting extra pressure on your already struggling joints every time you step on one. Yikes! Studies have shown that losing even a modest amount of weight can lead to significant improvements in arthritis symptoms, so cutting back on sugar can be a win-win for your joints and your waistline. So if you or someone you love is dealing with arthritis, consider reevaluating your relationship with sugar. We've still got 7 more devious dietary culprits to explore, so let's continue our countdown. At number 7, salt. Consuming a diet high in salt can be just as cringe-worthy for your joints. You see, excess salt intake can lead to fluid retention, which can cause swelling around those joints already under siege by arthritis. It's like a tidal wave of discomfort, and nobody wants to ride that wave. But wait, there's more. Our friend sodium doesn't just stop at causing joint swelling, it can also wreak havoc on your bones. Research has shown that excessive sodium consumption can negatively impact bone health, potentially leading to further joint deterioration. It's like pouring salt on an open wound, quite literally. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Rheumatology even found a correlation between high salt intake and increased disease activity in people with rheumatoid arthritis. So if you're looking for a simple way to take some pressure off your aching joints, it might be time to put down the salt shaker and embrace some of the other fantastic flavors the culinary world has to offer. Think of it as a culinary challenge. Explore the world of herbs, spices, and other flavor-enhancing ingredients that can make your taste buds dance without dousing them in sodium. Remember, moderation is key, and your joints will be singing your praises as you savor each low-sodium bite. Next on our list is number 6, fried foods. Now let's turn our attention to a fan favorite that, sadly, may not be a favorite of your joints: fried foods. Picture this: a piping hot basket of crispy, golden, deep-fried deliciousness. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. But as tantalizing as it may be, there's a downside to indulging in these tasty temptations. You see, fried foods are typically loaded with unhealthy fats that promote inflammation within the body. It's like a grease-fueled inferno, and your joints are caught in the crossfire, exacerbating arthritis-related pain and stiffness. But that's not the only way fried foods can be a thorn in your side, or rather, your joints. These culinary creations are often calorie-dense, and we all know that more calories can lead to weight gain. As we've discussed before, extra weight puts additional stress on those already painful joints, turning every step into a symphony of discomfort. A study published in the journal Arthritis Care and Research found that individuals with osteoarthritis who reduced their intake of fried and processed foods experienced improvements in their arthritis symptoms. So it might be worth giving that deep fryer a break and exploring healthier cooking methods like baking, grilling, or sautéing. You might just discover a whole new world of flavorful possibilities. As we march on in our quest to conquer arthritis through the power of good food, let's keep our eyes on the prize and our forks pointed towards healthier choices. At number 5, red meat. Now, let's sink our teeth into a topic that might be a bit tough to swallow: red meat. Now, I'm a fan of a juicy steak as much as the next carnivore, but when it comes to arthritis, red meat can be a bit of a double-edged sword. You see, it's packed with saturated fat, which has been linked to increased inflammation levels. And as we know, inflammation and arthritis go together like peanut butter and jelly, but with a lot less finger-licking goodness. Plus, that saturated fat can negatively affect heart health, so it's a bit of a lose-lose situation. Red meat contains compounds called purines that could trigger gout, a particularly nasty form of inflammatory arthritis. Gout tends to target the big toe joint, and let me tell you, when gout strikes, it's not just an ouch moment, it's a full-on, I can't believe this is happening kind of pain. Trust me, it's something you want to avoid at all costs. So, what's a meat lover to do? Consider opting for leaner protein sources like chicken, turkey, or fish. They can still satisfy your carnivorous cravings without causing your joints to throw a hissy fit. And hey, you might even discover a new favorite dish in the process. Next on our list is number 4, Nightshade Vegetables. Nightshade vegetables are a group that's a bit of a culinary conundrum for some arthritis sufferers. You see, nightshade vegetables like tomatoes, eggplants, and peppers contain a compound called solanine, which some folks believe might cause flare-ups in their rheumatoid arthritis due to its potential to trigger inflammation. Now, I know what you're thinking. No, not my beloved marinara sauce. Fear not, because this is where things get interesting. It turns out that not everyone is sensitive to these nightshade vegetables. Our bodies are like fingerprints, each one unique and different. So before you go banishing these tasty treats from your life, it's important to listen to your own body's response. It's like a culinary game of Clue. You've got to gather the evidence and figure out if these veggies are the culprits behind your arthritis flare-ups. A study published in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition found no significant evidence to support the idea that nightshade vegetables worsen arthritis symptoms for most people. But as always, individual responses may vary, so it's essential to pay attention to how your body reacts. So when it comes to nightshade vegetables and arthritis, the key is to be your own food detective. Take note of how your body feels after enjoying these colorful culinary delights and make decisions based on your personal experience. At number 3, alcohol. Now let's discuss a subject that might leave some of you feeling a bit, well, tipsy: excessive alcohol consumption. Now before you raise your glass, let's talk about how alcohol can impact those with arthritis. Excessive drinking can weaken bones, leading to a higher risk of fractures, especially if you're dealing with a double whammy of osteoarthritis or osteoporosis alongside arthritis. It's like a perfect storm for your skeleton, and trust me, that's not a party you want to attend. But that's not all. Regular alcohol consumption can also affect liver function, which indirectly increases inflammation throughout your entire system. It's like a not-so-merry-go-round of discomfort, and your joints are along for the ride. Considering that joint pain is the most common issue among arthritis sufferers, it's worth reevaluating that nightly glass of vino. Now, I'm not saying you have to go cold turkey and abstain from alcohol completely. Moderation is the key here, so it's essential to find a balance that works for you and your body. Talk to your doctor, and they can help you determine the best course of action for your specific situation. So, as we continue our culinary caper through the 8 worst foods for arthritis, let's remember that knowledge is power, and making informed choices can help keep those achy joints at bay. Cheers to healthier decisions. Next on our countdown is number 2, dairy products. Now, let's look at dairy products, which for some folks might be a bit of a moving experience when it comes to their arthritis symptoms. Dairy products like milk, cheese, yogurt, ice cream, and butter, all made from cow's milk, can be problematic for certain individuals due to specific proteins found within them. These proteins have the potential to initiate an immune reaction, thus worsening certain forms of rheumatic diseases, particularly those related to autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, RA. Now, I can already hear the collective gasp from all the cheese lovers out there, but don't worry. It's important to note that this isn't the case for everyone. Our bodies are like snowflakes, unique and diverse in their responses to different foods. That's why a trial and error approach is the best way to figure out whether dairy products are your friend or foe when it comes to managing arthritis symptoms. Consider trying an elimination diet where you cut out dairy products for a few weeks and then reintroduce them one at a time, paying close attention to how your body and joints react. If you find that dairy is indeed the culprit, there are plenty of delicious alternatives like almond milk, coconut yogurt, and plant-based cheeses, just waiting to be discovered and savored. Personalization is key. Listen to your body and tailor your dietary choices to best support your joint health. We've reached the top 1 of our list of the worst foods for arthritis. Before we proceed, please do us a favor and like the video and subscribe to our channel so we can reach more people. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you can be the first to know when our latest video comes out. Now, back to our video. Number 1 on our list, processed foods. These sneaky, often delicious, but potentially troublesome treats are on the top of our list. Let's face it, processed foods can be incredibly tempting. They're convenient, flavorful, and oh so satisfying, but they come with a hidden price tag. You see, these foods are often packed with unhealthy fats, preservatives, and additives that can ramp up inflammation within the body, making arthritis symptoms go from bad to worse. But that's not all. Processed foods typically lack the essential nutrients needed for overall health, so while you might be filling your stomach, you could be shortchanging your body in the long run. And as if that weren't enough, these calorie-laden goodies can contribute to weight gain, further stressing those joints that are already putting up with the trials and tribulations of arthritis. So, what's an arthritis sufferer to do? Fear not, because there's a whole world of delicious, wholesome, and minimally processed foods just waiting to grace your plate. By focusing on fresh, nutrient-dense ingredients and steering clear of processed food pitfalls, you'll be well on your way to supporting your joint health and overall well-being. As we conclude our tasty trek through the 8 worst foods for arthritis, let's remember that the power to make healthier choices is in our hands and forks. By staying informed and making mindful decisions, we can help keep those achy joints at bay, one delectable bite at a time. Always remember that the key to managing arthritis symptoms lies in making informed and health-conscious dietary choices. By steering clear of excess sugar, salt, fried foods, red meat, nightshade vegetables, if sensitive, excessive alcohol, dairy, for some individuals, and processed foods, we can help alleviate joint pain and inflammation while nourishing our bodies with the nutrients they need to thrive. It's important to listen to our bodies and recognize that each individual's experience with arthritis and food sensitivities may differ. Adopting a personalized approach to our diets and focusing on whole, nutrient-dense foods can help pave the way to a happier, healthier life for those living with arthritis. So, as we bid adieu to our journey through the 8 worst foods for arthritis, let's raise a toast to healthier choices, better habits, and deliciously satisfying meals that nourish both our bodies and our souls. If you like this video and have learned from it, please consider sending us a super thanks by clicking the thanks button at the bottom of the video. Cheers to a future filled with culinary delights and arthritis-friendly foods that bring joy to our taste buds and relief to our joints. Happy eating!